Alright guys, today we are going to do scale factor and we'll see how the recording goes. You have an audience here in the background, so I won't tell you who's here yet, quite yet, but maybe later you can guess by their voices. Good guess, because you'll hear them giggling in a while. Okay, here we go. Today we're talking about scale factor. Pretty much scale factors tells you how many times something is bigger or how many times smaller. And the key word is how many times bigger or smaller. Now, let's see here. And I'm sure nobody will laugh at my drawings. Even though that looks like a blockhead already, sorry. Oops. Okay. We'll say this guy is 3 feet tall. Yeah, I know, right? And this guy is 6 feet tall, I guess. That one has a long neck. Oops. All right, tell me, how many times bigger is this guy to the other guy? Help me out. How many times bigger?
3.
3 times bigger?
3.
I hear 2 and I hear 3. Let me see.
2.
Is it 2 times or times 3?
2.
It's 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So my scale factor right there is 2. Are we good there? All right. Alrighty, here we go. This one is 5. This is 15. How many times bigger is this heart going this way?
Times 3.
Times 3. So 3 times bigger. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. Now let's go on to the other one here. Let's go to basic shapes that I can draw. And even then it doesn't look right, but okay. If this was 20, this is 10. What is that scale factor? Divided by 2. Very good. The other way to write that is times half. Does that make sense? If you think about it, 20 times half. Put a 1 under here, go straight across, that's 20. Straight across, that's 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Alright, so basically scale factor is just going to tell you bigger or smaller. On the note that you will receive, or that you should have already, it pretty much tells you everything you need to know. The size of the enlargement or reduction is called a scale factor. Enlargement, the scale factor is greater than 1. And if you think about it, if I have a picture that says that the scale factor is, let's see here. Well, let's go back. Let's do this one. If I say the scale factor was times 2, all you're saying is that for every 1 inch here, you're putting 2 over here. For every 1, you're putting 2, and that's why it's getting twice the size. Excuse me. I hope that doesn't sound too loud on there. I apologize if it does. All right, times 2 means it's getting bigger. So anything greater than 1, you're replacing it with some bigger than 1, it's going to get larger. And vice versa. Anything less than 1, you're going to turn around and have a smaller picture, because think about it, you have a big old picture here. And let's just say we're going to put half an inch. Our scale factor is half. That means that for every 1 inch here, I'm putting a small little half. For every 1, I'm putting a small little half. For every 1, small little half. And that's why it's getting a lot smaller. So anything less than 1 will be a reduction, greater than 1 will be an enlargement. All right, the next important thing, and I should have timed to see how long this is going. I'll try not to run it too long. To determine the scale factor, my audience here did awesome by telling me that it was 2 times bigger, 3 times bigger, and half the size, half times smaller. The question is, how are they coming up with those numbers? Here's the key. You will always start off, for now, and I say for now, later we'll change it up, large over small. You will always choose something on the large, and that corresponds, meaning in the same location as the small. And if you divide it, 6 divided by 3 is 2. That is going to be your enlargement scale factor, because it's greater than 1. So that means I put an arrow going this way, times 2. I'm going to put a 1 under that 2 because it turns into a fraction. If I come back the other way, if I take the reciprocal of it, meaning flip that fraction over, you get the reduction scale factor. And that will work every single time. So if you just take the enlargement one by doing large over small, because guys, what does it mean when I have the number on top bigger than the bottom one? Improper fraction. So when the numerator is bigger than the denominator, it's an improper fraction, which means it's always greater than 1, because if you change it to a mixed number, you'll have a remainder. So just remember, always do your enlargement Bring it over this way, do the reciprocal to come the other way. Here is the example of it, and it's pretty detailed. This way to the small was 2/3, means put 2 for every 3 on this one here, so it gets smaller. We flipped it over, we did the reciprocal for the enlargement, and sure enough, you're putting 3 over here for every 2, so you just flip it over. Other than that, I think that's the explanation for scale factor. I would suggest you come back and join us for the actual examples that I'll be working, so that way this recording won't get too long. The audience wants to send a shout out to some friends. Go for it.
No, I'm just joking.
Y'all don't want to say hi to anybody? What class period are you on?
7.
7th period. Oh, all of y'all. Shout out to 7th period. Yeah.
Tess.
To Tess.
She didn't come because her mom didn't let her.
Wait, don't say all that. Okay, we'll see you next time.